Good morning, welcome to Black Pig Printmaking Studios. I'm Chris Pig. Today I'm going to teach you about decals. Decals are when you have an edge to a piece of paper that's a little bit crinkly. Okay, this sometimes it's because it's a mould-made paper, and sometimes it's perfectly acceptable within printmaking for you to cut your own decal on paper. So say for instance if you've got a piece of paper that's a certain size and it needs cutting down, I happen to think it's much classier to use a straight edge than to cut it with a blade. Okay, so this is what we're going to do today, is I'm going to teach you how to do a decal. For the sake of argument, what we're going to do is we're going to halve this piece of paper. I don't do this by measuring it and making little marks with pencil, which is one way of doing it. After a certain amount of time, you get so used to doing it that you can do it like this, right? So I'm going to show you, maybe you could think of it as a trick of the trade. So I'm folding the paper in half by very carefully aligning the corners like this, because you can make this absolutely, well, millimetre perfect at least. So that's lined up now, and then with the heel of my hand I just nip the paper there and nip the paper there, and when it opens up again, as you can see, especially in this raking light, you can see clearly where to put your ruler. Now when you're doing a decal, one thing you've got to remember is that you're cutting from the back side of the piece of paper, because what you'll be doing is you'll be leaving a little thin line where the ruler has been, and you don't want that on the front of the paper. It ruins the effect. Okay, so I've put it into position where those two creases were, and now I'm going to tear it. If you tear it too much at this angle, the decal will be too fine. If you tear it too much at this angle, the decal will be too florid. Okay, so you want to go for something kind of halfway. Make sure you're pressing down nice and strongly on the ruler and just tear. Ah, that's so satisfying. So now I'm hoping the camera will pick up on, can you see there? There's a slight sort of fluffy edge to the paper. That's proper class, that is.